Now, I think the majority of people know that something has gone wrong with civilization. They might not be exactly sure what it is that's gone wrong, but there is a wave of degeneracy in our schools, on our streets, in our corporations. I mean, you don't have to be a prude to know there's something wrong with an adult man in fishnets gyrating in front of kids. And also, we don't really need to have these endless welcome to country sessions every time we walk into a building. This has all gone horribly, horribly wrong. Now, is the answer to reassert Christian values, or do we have to be very careful that that doesn't push the irreligious people, there's a lot of them who are blue ribbon conservatives, away?
Yeah.
Do we need to sort of approach this from a rebuilding Western civilization stance and go back to some of our core shared moral values?
Yes, I think that's right. I don't think it's up to people like myself to foster my Christian faith onto individuals. People should be free. Christianity or any faith worth its salt is not a coerced faith. But we do have to, as a society, work out, well, what are the shared values? What do we agree on? What is it that we were founded on? What is the wellspring for freedom of speech, freedom of religion, rule of law, our free market system, a fair trial, checks and balances on power? You know, what we're seeing at the moment is the left wanting to assert itself, and it has very strong totalitarian impulses. Now, this is antithetical to the Judeo-Christian heritage that we have inherited, because that says, no, there should be checks on powers. And that goes all the way back to Magna Carta. It goes to the way that the parliamentary system was constructed, so that, there's two houses, there's a review of legislation. No one just has untrammeled power. No government has untrammeled power to ram things through the parliament. All of these things came from our Judeo-Christian ethos. Now, that's fine. If we want to walk away from that and adopt some cultural Marxist view of the world or some other philosophy, that's fine, but let's just do it with our eyes open.
It's funny,
I don't think we're doing it with our eyes open.
I think it's worth noting that the left think that if we get rid of Western civilization and our system that belongs to the crown, and they'll get rid of all the Christian faith. Okay, that's fine, but then think about this. Most of the republics out there in the world become Islamic socialist republics, and so you're not going to get rid of religion that way. And in fact, you become in danger of being governed by a theocracy if you're not very, very careful. Whereas Christianity is very passive in our political system. It takes a back seat. It's more like a founding principle than anything else. But just really quickly here at the end, is there any shining light? Do you see any hope amongst the coalition right now who are going to actually do this and fight the culture wars for people?
Look, there's obviously some terrific individuals, not just in the coalition, but across the parliament. And, I could name names like Senator Alexandra, Matt Canavan, Malcolm Roberts in One Nation, whilst I'm not saying all of these guys are necessarily Christians, but they are people that are fighting for the values, which, are the values of our founding. So there's some bright lights there, but I don't see any bright lights in terms of the institution of the Liberal Party itself, or of the Labor Party. And I think that's the great shame in our body politic. We lack leadership. We lack confidence in our leadership about who we are and where we're going as a nation. And that's, look, good on Morrison for calling this out, but he had his chance, and it's a shame that he didn't take it when he had his moment in the parliament.
Yeah, it's kind of like how the Liberals are now talking about nuclear energy, but only after they lost power, not before, when they really should have been doing it.